am that dude, so pippin' what's crackin'. General on deck, so salute me, Captain. Never mind the hottest on the radio, sucker case, the numbers on the beat. I'm a bad mother. I rock the mics when I step on stage. Still that nigga leave the crowd in the daze. Men look at me, I can tell they amazed. The ones that cannot do me are the ones that hate. I move the crowd like someone sprayed mace. Put me on blast, I'm heading straight to your face like what? I thought so. You don't know I spit that hard geometry, that's why I'm beast mode.
So I'm sitting up here chilling, you know what I'm saying? I'm basically didn't even plan on making a video tonight. I've been at work all day, you know what I'm saying, grinding. You know, I'm in Wichita, Kansas. We got the NCAA here for March Madness round 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Interest Bank Arena. But I get in my notifications that apparently there's a video floating around, I guess, of some chicks. And it wasn't just females. It's like a group of black people that are kind of coming down on Bruno Mars, saying he's doing cultural misappropriation of black culture because my man has a #1 album out and he's basically popping. You know what I'm saying? And basically he's, you know, I mean, it's a no-brainer. He's basically mimicking Morris Day at the time, their style, their finesse, their swag, you know what I'm saying? So basically it's a lot of, I guess you could say, a lot of discussion about it. And a lot of people are not happy, well, not a lot, but a few people aren't happy with it. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of people who's come to the young man's age, including celebrities. They're saying, hey, you know, y'all tripping. Y'all need to be, you know, coming at my man like that. You know, he's doing his thing. He's, you know, he's always citing his sources. He's always getting paid respect to the culture. But to the people, it's not enough. Basically, I'm guessing people will want him just to stop singing and want him to just be poor and just throw away this God-given talent that God's given him and just let it go and let somebody else thrive from this. Okay. My 2 cents. First off, it's entertainment, people. I don't care who's singing, who's rapping, who's dancing, who's doing whatever. If it's good, it's good. If it sucks, it sucks. And let's be honest, R&B and hip-hop has declined a lot in the last 10 years. Granted, it's done some great things, but at the same time, it's not nearly as good as it was 10 years prior to 10 years ago. So let's just put that out there. Second off, last I checked, he wasn't white. So in my opinion, that kind of gives him a little pass. And another thing is, and this is the most important thing, y'all social media revolutionaries need to relax. For real. Because y'all are really on this whole thing about, y'all, it's like y'all jump in and fight battles that don't need to be fought. Like, for example, we got a Grand Wizard in office, a Ku Klux Klan Grand Wizard in office. I'm gonna just say what he is, because that's, sorry. And y'all are worried about not Usher, but Bruno Mars singing 24 karat magic in the air. Right. So basically, we're all upset now. And I think it's more or less they're upset because he's doing so well. I mean, this cat is selling albums, he's making money, he's on tour, making good money. And people are like kind of go in it and they're like mad at him. I don't understand why you're so mad. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm sorry. And I don't know if a lot of you aren't in the music industry. I'm not in the industry, but I know things about the industry. And one thing I know about people like Bruno Mars and hell, even Justin Timberlake, they employ a lot of musicians. A lot of black musicians. And being a musician is not like going to get a call center job. It's not like being a CNA. It's not like that. You know, cats train all their lives to learn how to play the horn, the guitar, the bass, the drums, percussion, strings, and they train all their life. They basically go to college. Some of them go to college, and they're in orchestra. They're in all these different programs, and they do good. But when they're done, it's not like there's a call center they can go to and just win. No, they literally have to audition for gigs. They have to do all types of crazy stuff just to get work. So if you got someone like, let's say, Bruno Mars, who auditions you, puts you on, and got you on tour all over the world making thousands of dollars, you know what I'm saying, a show, because this ain't just a couple of $100. Cats is getting paid and able to chill and sit on it for a little bit until the next gig comes. That's work, and they're working. So my thing is, what's wrong with them working? Nothing. And I know you're probably thinking, well, if it wasn't so many people misappropriating the culture, then maybe these black musicians will have their own venue. Maybe so, but a lot of cats who play instruments and they are talented background singers, they don't want to be in the limelight. They don't necessarily want to be the front runners. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I forget her name, but she was a part of Jade. She sings for Rod Stewart. You know, Jade recently attempted to get back together, and she declined it because she's making coins with Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart is touring all the time, last I checked. And so that's just what that is. There's a lot of black women and black men that are singing with country singers. There's a lot. My whole thing is just cats are working. So this whole backlash on Bruno Mars is starting to sound real Monique-ish. Like, basically, you want people to stop making money. You want people to stop being entertained so you can be satisfied. And let's be real. We got African Americans who are in the game right now, who are doing enough misappropriation of our culture to last a lifetime. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Granted, there's a couple of lines in 24 Karat Magic that I wouldn't really necessarily want my 9-year-old to sing, but at the same time, I'd rather her sing some Bruno Mars than anything Lil Yachty or any of them cats, X9, whatever them cats' name, that's rapping and singing about popping mollies and taking Xanax and drinking lean, and like, you know, and this is the norm now. This is the norm, and people are totally accepting of this. You know what I'm saying? Cats running around, you know, the country, you know, sleeping with little girls and stuff. Yeah, I'm talking to you, whatever, you know, 69, whatever his name is. I don't know these cats' name anymore. So the thing is, yes, I'm gonna call it out if somebody's doing something dirty. Like, you know, if someone's doing the culture dirty, like, I don't fuck with Elvis. Elvis trash. But at the same time, I like Justin Timberlake's second album and third album. First album was okay. I haven't heard the new album, but Future Sex Love Sound and 2020 Experiences, Volume 1 and 2, those are my shits. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because it was good music. It was produced by a good producer, Timberland. You know what I'm saying? It had good singers, good production, and they were good. It was good music. You know what I'm saying? It's good music. You know what I'm saying? And I had no issues or no quarrels with the album. In fact, Future Sex Love Show, the concert, I have that on DVD. That is one of the best concerts I've ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying? That's just be honest with you. No, I'm not saying it's better than Earth, Wind, and Fire or anything like that. You know, I would never say that. But at the same time, the show was live. He had straight instrumentation. And the great thing about it is I saw all my brothers and sisters on stage singing and dancing and backing him up. And they wasn't just in the shadows. He had them in the forefront. He said, okay, everybody on stage is going to dance, they're going to sing, and we're going to have a good time. And he treated everybody was like family on that tour. And you can see it. There's even a spot on the DVD where you got to sit and interview, you got to get to hear the artists and background singers and the musicians, where they came from, how they got there, what they play, their background in music. So he gave them shine. And in turn, when these cats get off the tours, it ain't just, okay, you're done with Justin Timberlake, that's a wrap. Not for the most part. I mean, some of them, sometimes you just ain't that great, but there's always somebody better than you. But at the same time, cats get off tour, and there's other jobs for them. It may not be a tour, but they might get inside a label as some type of production team. They might get on some writing stuff. They might get a job at a school teaching music. You know, you never know. There's opportunity that lies. It's added to their resume. You know what I'm saying? So that's great. But back to Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars is a Puerto Rican, Hawaiian, I think he's a Puerto Rican, Hawaiian kid that grew up dirt poor. Like, not even a project poor. He grew up dirt poor. When they did that little interview on him, where he took him back to where he used to live in Hawaii. Now, I know y'all thinking Hawaii. You know, I ain't talking about Marriott property resorts, Hawaii, where you go there and they throwing things around your neck and giving you coconut drinks. I'm talking about real Hawaii. I'm talking about where the Hawaiians ain't playing, like, you know, that hood. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see the real Hawaii. They ain't fun. You know, I mean, ain't nothing like being in paradise but being in the hood. That ain't the same. It don't mesh. Yeah, in fact, that's a little more. I think I would rather go to Compton than go live in hood-ass Hawaii. Let's just put it like that. But I'm gonna be honest with you. He grew up. I ain't saying this validates him, but at the same time, this dude is humble. And another thing is, Morris Day and the time, and anybody affiliated with Prince has never had a problem with addressing any type of shadiness when it comes to their name or their style. So until I hear Morris Day says, man, forget Bruno Mars, I don't condone that, I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all lost me on this one. And it's just to the point where I feel like a lot of y'all are just jealous. And this goes back way beyond Morris Day at the time, you know what I'm saying? This goes back long before all that, you know. I saw a movie, Mr. Bojangles, with Gregory Hines, basically playing, it was the life of Bill Robinson, also known as Mr. Bojangles. This dude was like the tap dancing cat. He was on a lot of movies. You know, he was in a lot of movies with Shirley Temple. He basically made a lot of money, but there was a lot of black people that were saying he was a coon because he was basically tap dancing and doing what he loves to do, making money from it. And, you know, which I understand him being in blackface, that wasn't cool. But at the same time, that was what the times were back then. That's just what it was, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's like, you know, me calling my grandpa coon because he basically built a bunch of houses for a white man that took the credit for the design. True story. I'll tell you about it one time. But basically, he was called a coon. He was basically shunned and put in depressive states where he wouldn't even work. He didn't want to take jobs because he felt like his brothers and sisters was coming down on him hard. Another example, MC Hammer. MC Hammer is one of the greatest MCs of my generation. Maybe not as lyrical, but at the same time, he's definitely a pioneer. This cat can dance. He can rap. He put people on. He didn't just put his homeboys on. He put the hood on. Like, anybody that needed a job had a job. I'm on YouTube all the time looking at old celebrities and people that work with celebrities. You know how many people out there on YouTube used to work with MC Hammer? Cats are telling their stories and stuff. It's crazy. Look it up sometimes. So basically, yeah, all these people, he had a staff of well over 200 people on the payroll. And MC Hammer was making bank. He was making millions. He could have literally had 6 dancers and had a backtrack, and that would have been it. But no, he was about showmanship. Grew up with James Brown, Jackie Wilson, cats like that. He wanted showmanship, and he wanted a good crew to do it, and he wanted to take the hood out, kick cats out the hood. He didn't endorse 40 ounces. He didn't endorse cigarettes like a lot of rappers were doing back then. He wasn't cussing in his music. So my thing is, why did MC Hammer have to go from, you can't touch this to Pumps and a Bump? Why did he have to start associating with Suge Knight and all that? Why? Because when too many white people started coming to his shows, because yes, white people love black culture, that's just what it is. Too many white people was coming to his shows, suddenly he's a coon, suddenly he's a disgrace, suddenly he's this bad person, and all that stuff. And once again, what do we do whenever that happens? We cave in to peer pressure. You know, instead of doing innovative videos like the Addams Family video, or doing dope inspirational movies like Please Hammer Don't Hurt Him, he goes to his house, shoots a video on a Speedo, and got a bunch of chicks around him, Pumps and a Bump, which he had to reshoot the video to make a cleaner version, because even there's, come on man, there's even something that MC Hammer just can't take. I mean, I'm glad he reshot that, because that was a little weird looking at you doing, no. I mean, and it goes on and on. It's like you can't do enough for our people. We can't just enjoy the entertainment. It's all entertainment. Now, granted, if it's fuckery, I totally agree. You know, you got to cut that out. But there's so much fuckery going on right now with these young rappers running around singing about drugs and sleeping with females raw, and you got all these young kids running around here mimicking that stuff because they think it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Back in my day, yeah, we had gangster rap. We had Scarface and the Ghetto Boys and Ice Cube, but if you listen to that music and really study it, that shit had morals. It had so many morals. It was like it was. You knew why Scarface was a born killer. You knew why why it was a good day for Ice Cube. You knew why it wasn't nothing but a G thing with Dr. Dre. You knew it was so much politically laced stuff that was going on with gangster rap back then. Yeah, you had the ones that was just rapping about shooting guns and stuff. They didn't last long. They didn't. You had to literally be a storyteller back then. I remember when I first heard MCA's All for the Money. You know what I'm saying? That was a tale of a young kid that just wanted to be a kid. His mama didn't have the money to give him for the things he wanted, so he had to go to the streets. And it ended up being his demise because he went to jail in the end of it when he was set up. You know what I'm saying? Look at the video sometimes. But my whole thing is this. Bruno Mars is a great artist. He's not even my favorite artist. This ain't even a stand video. This is me just tired. It's like, why do we gotta sit here and put up with that? Why do we gotta sit here and listen to people who honestly really don't know what they're talking about? Because nowadays we'll complain. We as black people will complain about all the things in the world, but the things that matter. Back in the days when our people, with our ancestors, our grandparents and great grandparents first started getting things, started earning things, started getting their own houses and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They just wanted to have their own. That's it. They wanted to have their own cars, their own houses. They wanted, and they were living good too. And they had stores and barbershops, and never had a problem with people coming in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? White people who went shopping in the neighborhood because it was convenient were welcome. It was no big deal. It wasn't being cool or nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was just cool. But then all of a sudden it started getting to the point where, it's not cool to even make money. So my thing is, it's not cool to make money. Then what? I don't understand it. Like, what is the big deal of Bruno Mars getting his money and basically giving it back because he's putting people on? I don't get it. What's the point? What's the point of MC Hammer being such a great artist that attracts white people and he starts making more green money? What's the point? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? If Jay-Z would have let that stop him, man, he wouldn't be where he is today, and he understands that. And he got to the point where, shoot, you know what I'm saying? I mean, white people love when I did that Andy shit. Let me go ahead and give him some more cool shit, you know what I'm saying? And he still kept it real. Redman's one of the funkiest rappers I know. Man, for real. I mean, Redman is probably one of the dopest MCs of all time. I'm just going to put it out there like that. But Redman goes to these shows. I'll be watching his concerts. I'll be seeing black people. I'll be seeing white people. Take 9 is the perfect example. Take 9 just wanted to rap. He used to try to cater to black people, cater to us. Everybody was laughing at him because he was different. A lot of white people love this shit, the red paint. He don't do the clown paint no more like he used to. But, all the stuff he used to do, and even tried to do the typical label stuff. But when he started stepping out on the box, now he's like the #1 independent artist of all time. This dude he spends his life, most of the year on tour, making bread. making more bread than a lot of you cats is. The moral of this is, get you some business. You don't like Bruno Mars? Find an artist that you can gravitate to, listen to them. You ain't gotta listen to Bruno Mars. You ain't gotta listen to Justin Timberlake. You know what I'm saying? And why does John B get a pass? John B is white. I saw John B's unsung. I thought he was Mexican. John B is white, like straight, like for real white, like white. But he gets a pass, and it's all good. Not saying that John B's a bad artist, and he shouldn't get a pass, because John B can sing, he can play instruments, he's very well trained in music, so he definitely gets a pass. And you know, see, John B started messing up when he started doing a little bit too much with the Pleasures You Like album, when he was getting a little too urban. I'm just gonna say, which I don't really believe that that's a thing, but he was getting a little too comfortable with, you know, our people. So you always had that white friend that gets too close to saying nigga. I ain't saying that's what happened, but that's kind of the feeling. But the point is, Bruno Mars is not misappropriating our culture. By a long shot, he's not. This dude has worked hard, busted his ass to get where he's at. So respect his mind, respect his music. If you don't like it, don't listen to the shit, man. Let that cat rock, you know what I'm saying? Let him do his thing. I salute cats. I salute anybody getting money, especially minorities. Whether you be black, Asian, Mexican, Hindu, it don't bother me that long. If you get money, you get money. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Get your bread, bro. Keep getting paid to do all this. And you haters, you cats that's run around using our people and our struggle, our past struggle as a reason to hate on another black person, you need to go kill yourself for real. Because nobody wants to hear that. Who the fuck wants to hear that shit? Oh man, you know, he wouldn't be famous if it wasn't for the white people. You're damn right. Because niggas don't buy tickets. Niggas is out here boycotting Beyonce and Jay-Z's concert. Niggas ain't about to buy those tickets. White people about to buy those tickets. And y'all can say, oh, he a coon for that. It's facts. It's facts. These are genuine facts. I'm sorry. Y'all can get mad at me all y'all want, man. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I got homeboys who got businesses they started in the hood. And cats in the hood was always wanting to hook up, always wanting a discount. As soon as they moved them businesses out the hood, they did good. They were doing great. You know what I'm saying? You know, like people, investors, and people wanted to get down with them. You know what I'm saying? Expand their business horizons. So my thing is, baby, I mean, not everything is, you can't blame everything on the white man. You can't. You just can't. Because sometimes it's just ignorant niggas out there. And that's just what it is. And if you're one of those people that blame everything on the white man, then you're going to be stuck in a spot where you're just sad and lonely all the time. Now, I'm not saying that white people can get away with misappropriating our culture, because you can't, you dig? But at the same time, I'm more concerned about Little Yo-Yo or whoever the hell is popping now, running around doing nonsense and saying stuff that I wouldn't want none of my kids to do, than Bruno Mars singing about 24 Karat Magic. I can't think of no other songs like Finesse. I like Finesse. Finesse is dope. You know what I'm saying? They actually showed a different side of Cardi B, and I really dig that flow, so I definitely respect that. But anyway, that's all I got to say. Hit me up. Y'all know where to find me. Peace out. Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video. Also, make sure you hit that bell to become a part of the notification squad. Also, if you really want to help out, go to my Patreon page. We got all types of brackets and awards that starting at just $1, or you can give a private donation at the PayPal. Links are in the description below. God bless.